this is our runner shell tier list. I think the only caveat I'll say here is that things like bad situations that are rare are like not going to affect where the tier list goes. So like rooking into outpost when like everybody's dead and you like think that runner's awesome doesn't apply. The solo lobbies of everybody playing assassin and being invisible doesn't apply. Stuff like that's irrelevant. But anyway.
What about like implants and cores? Where do they stand in?
Yeah, that's fine. Again, excluding golds, because Rick doesn't have any. And then like Destroyer has only 2 gold cores, whereas like I know Vandal has 5. So
Well, yeah.
probably excluding golds, because golds also do crazy things.
Yeah, they do.
Whereas like purple and down are like pretty normal, pretty mid. So yeah, I guess cores are part of it. I don't think that any of those are going to have any impact or change anything in any way, shape, or form. Even up like 1. They're all pretty irrelevant. So
Even Recon?
yeah. Especially Recon. Her cores are buns.
Okay.
We'll start with Rook. He's the worst runner in the game. Easily. His abilities suck.
God.
The repair is minor
God,
and doesn't do anything. It also doesn't even heal like half your HP bar. It's like really terrible. He needs way longer uptime on his little mask so that the OESC can't blast him. So he's terrible. His kit is off. It's like truly terrible.
I'm fine with
I
that.
got worried it was gonna be higher because you're a sympathizer, so I got nervous. Thought we were putting him in the C tier, and I thought we were gonna have a whole argument about this.
Again, not dumb enough to let my opinion affect the tier list here. Man, the other ones are kind of hard. So maybe we'll go like top to bottom. Destroyer is the only one that's S tier. There's nobody else that can move like he does, apply the damage like he does. And then the shield is like freakishly OP that he has. I think that pretty much covers it. There's not really an argument to any of that. So
How much damage could it take?
his barrier, the barrier. It's a good question. I don't know like an exact number, but I can tell you that I've had 2 people with wasters blow their full load on it and it hasn't broken. So it's like the equivalent of more than 2 purple shields, maybe a bit more.
Wow.
Well, definitely a bit more. Unsure about how much more. But I've had like a full 3-man just like unload everything from their weapons on me, and it like doesn't even break, and I walk around the corner. So, it's like freakishly strong. Unsure what the exact numbers are, but it's really good. Who do I even think is the second best? Oh,
Triage.
I think it's Blackbird. I think she's the next best one. Game easily.
Really?
I'm just mad
Even with
about
all
it.
the
Yeah, she's definitely been the most, well, not the most nerfed, because Edgy Boy exists, but she's definitely been nerfed an incredible amount for sure. But yeah, even with all the nerfs, I still think she can do things that no one else can do that are like highly valuable, and then she's also the only other runner in the game who like hard counters like a rat playstyle, just like the Destroyer does with her ultimate there, right? They can both
Sorry, go ahead.
they can both like see through the smoke, see the invisible guy. I mean, hers is a little more temperamental because people can hold still, but like nobody's smart enough to do that. So those are like really good. Spider pinging people is really good. You've definitely got to be a little bit smarter to get value out of it compared to how it used to be. Breaking
Yeah,
people's
you have to
shields
throw
and getting
like
a
a
trail
grenade.
is like really, really good for your team. She's also just like the most team oriented. She would be like S tier if the game was all about teamwork. She'd be number 1 by far. Yeah, everything about her kit is like really good. Getting pinged, all of it is really, really good. Yeah, Triage is definitely number 2 here in A. He's good. I like him.
Why is Triage not higher? Because he directly complements, and I feel like the res is insanely powerful.
So to finish your sentence of he directly complements, the next few words there would be like poor decisions, mistakes, bad gameplay would be the follow-up there. Because like if we're playing properly and we're covering each other properly, there's like no need for the instant revive. So I think his kit is good, but it's like kind of planning for failure in my opinion. And that's also the only part of his kit that's good. Like I think his EMP is quite a bit worse than it used to be, and I'm like not worried about it in any way, shape, or form. His drone is just straight bad. It like doesn't heal me enough, doesn't heal me fast enough. It gives away my position. It makes it so that I can't hear anything because it's so loud in my ear. The amount of people that I didn't know existed, but then I do because of the drone above their heads, or I can hear the drone before I can hear their footsteps, is completely unreal. So his drone is just like bad across the board. I would just call that like a bad ability. I think it's a net negative because it's not good enough. The sharing items like could be kind of cool. I have yet to see literally anyone in the world do that to the point where it's like effective.
Well, it only shares like 25% of it or something too. Like it's a small amount.
I still think he's good. Easily the third best runner in the game, no question about it. But I don't know. It feels bad. Feels like it's real bad. Feels like it's planning for failure. I don't love it. I don't love it by any means.
Is your point of view just like based around the team play aspect of all these runners and like how they not how they complement, but like how they like their individual value they bring to the team?
No, I think it's all of it. Because if it was just team, Blackbird would be number one. So it's definitely like all of it. It's
Okay.
just the whole everything about the runner, except for like the raid that you get to choose that you play in. Because Rook would probably be number one if that was the conversation, right? So yeah. So I think he's just a little bit worse than Blackbird. Just a little bit worse right now.
Dude, his base heat and agility stats are like poo-poo compared to everybody else too, though. They did him dirty.
Poor guy.
I mean, yeah, they want him in the back line sniping at people and then keeping people up.
Man, the next three are so hard. Where to put them? I think this guy's on the bottom, and I think these two are both here. And I think she might be a bit better.
I think Thief is better.
Let me think about that for a minute, and then I'll explain. Yeah, I think that seems pretty. We'll start with the assassin because he's the worst. So he's the worst runner in the game. Because I don't really see the Rook is in there at all. His entire kit is like useless. It's like really sad. I wish that he had like some better. I wish you could just pop the invisibility. I hate that you like have to have the smoke with it, and then I also hate that it's so loud. On top of just being able to see it, the invisibility is incredibly loud, and like you can just kind of wait for the sound and then kill him.
What do you mean you wish you could just pop the invisibility?
Like I hate that. What are like 2 of the 3 ways you can pop the invisibility are smokes. You have to drop a smoke beforehand in order to proc the invisibility.
Smoke, he just like auto goes invisible, I think.
Yeah, that's one, and then his ultimate. I'm not sure if it's the ultimate. You throw the little smoke disc, and it's also your ability to avoid fall damage that makes you go invisible, and that drops your smoke. It's bad.
His ultimate is just like push the button, go invisible.
I thought the ulti was the.
No.
Yeah, it is. I'm exactly right on that. You have to throw a smoke disc that emits a line of smoke in front of you, disrupting the optics of those who step inside.
Oh, so his other ability is. Did they change that?
You could turn your invisibility on for your little active. It's like freakishly loud. That was the other half of the thing that I was trying to say. Is it super loud? Don't like that. This is the smoke disc. Yeah, it's bad. It's all bad. It's all very, very bad.
Well, and then if you move at all, you're basically not invisible anymore.
I don't think it changes when you're moving, does it? Kind of feels like it stays
Yeah,
the same.
I can like see it on him, and it looks.
Can
I
I
don't-
pose a hypothetical to maybe adjust it to be better?
Let me finish and then you can.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, wait.
the other half of what I was going to say about Void is I would put him in the same imaginary cheese column that I don't have here, that I would put all the shotguns, probably like most of the Volt weapons in, of he's cheese. So like people are always going to perceive him to be much stronger than he is and much more effective than he is, because you're going to beat a lot of lower skilled and honestly poorer players, because of lack of higher quality monitors. So there's definitely a cheese aspect, just like the shotguns and a lot of the other guns people think are meta to the assassin. That's like, I don't know, it has to be a category of its own, because I don't think it belongs in the tier list at all, especially against competent players. I don't think any of the cheese matters. I think it has zero effect actually on competent players, but like you'll catch a lot of people with it because it's cheese. You may now
Oh, yeah.
propose your hypothetical, TJ.
I don't know if you said anything about like how to. I think you were alluding to some stuff, and I had to mute for a sec. What if the smokes made it plus the invisibility? You couldn't see them on thermal anymore. Do you think that the utility would be better?
Yeah. I don't think it would
Would-
be... Like, I think it'd move him into
Here.
B tier, but I still think he'd be worse than Vandal and Thief.
Sure, but like he would have more use.
Yeah.
Because like you could
Certainly.
argue like I'm thinking specifically fights in Bio and Dire Marsh. Like these are situational, but like I could see it like, okay, we're going to Dire Marsh. We need to do a quest at Bio. We know that people push and they all have thermals. I can justify running it because I know that I can smoke it out.
Yeah. If
But
they...
like,
What they should do is they should gut the invisibility from his kit. Okay, this is a perfect solution, actually. So this is going to make the casuals happy, and it's going to make people like me happy. They gut invisibility from his kit completely, and you replace all of the invisibility in his kit with Signal Jammer. And that's all it does, is it signal jams you every time. And I think that fixes literally everything. So that makes him good against thermals. It gets rid of the invisibility that people are crying about, so there's no more cheese. I think that fixes him quite a bit. Again, don't think it makes him better than Vandal or Thief, but that would
I would
certainly
only
fix
agree
quite a
with
few of the
that
issues.
if Signal Jammer actually made him harder to be detected by like UESC as an example, because otherwise the
Oh,
casuals
yeah.
will hate that.
Yeah,
right?
maybe we make Signal Jammer act as like a smoke and they can't see you or whatever. Maybe it acts as like the
Yeah.
mask the Rook has. Yeah, I'd be okay with that too.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
But like the casuals, I can tell you, love Assassin in solos because he's essentially using it.
Yeah,
They use it as a
definitely.
rook, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think he's pretty buns, and especially the fact that like, so that his smokes are just like, they feel so irrelevant because like there are TODs everywhere. 3 characters in the game can see through your smoke,
yeah, that's what I was gonna
which
say.
is pretty crazy.
Even if the thermal difference changed, like there's 3 guys that can still ping him or see him.
It's like the most depressing thing in the world when the assassin throws down all of his smokes and he goes invisible and he's trying to run away or revive his teammates, right? And I'm like, all right, did I bring a thermal this game? And I'm like, nope, didn't bring a thermal. And then I'm like, oh yeah, search and destroy. And I press the button and then this big red box comes up over him in the smoke while he's invisible reviving his teammates. And I'm like, oh, I guess I just get to kill him for free now. And like
Yeah.
Blackbird can do that. The Thief can't do that, obviously. She can't see him while he's invisible. So, like, the bottom of the 3 that counter the smokes. But she can still see through the smokes, which is, like, something, I suppose. But, wait. So, yeah, definitely the worst, I think. Which is a little bit sad. And he's definitely the most nerfed. He has been hit by so many different waves because everybody thinks he's so OP. And the biggest thing that makes him so bad, in my opinion, is the noise that the invisibility makes. It is so loud. It is unbelievable how loud it is when he's invisible. It kind of negates him being invisible, which really sucks. So, definitely the worst. Definitely the worst. Okay, the two gooner
Hey.
baits. Go ahead.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Apologies.
The two gooner baits. Wait, really quick, TJ, which one do you think is more attractive, Thief or Vandal? Which one?
Thief, 100%.
You think Thief is better looking than
Thief's
Vandal?
the baddie, dude.
And is that because of her feet? You're kind of a foot guy, or is that like the reasoning?
No. I don't know.
Why do you think that Thief looks better?
She's not wearing Yeezys.
And that's your only reason? Is the Yeezys? That is an awful skin to showcase the Thief on. I'm doing an injustice
Yeah,
here.
that
Let
was
me
great.
unequip it. You think that Thief is more attractive than Vandal? Than Glitch? That's crazy. I think this Thief model is like one of the worst I've ever seen in a video game. I really don't understand this like doll mechanics
streetwear
with the
look,
legs.
I like the ponytail.
Something about this
the
looks
body pieces.
so
Yeah.
terrible. I don't know why they gave her toes. That really bothers me quite a bit. Don't like that.
We all know why that was the thing.
Something
not-
about her face looks like really bad too. It just looks like someone like drew on it with a Sharpie, and it's like one of those jokes where you draw on someone's face while they're sleeping. That's kind of what that looks like to me. It looks really terrible. I think Vandal looks pretty cool. I like the way that Vandal looks. I think it's super unique too. Whereas like Thief
Less robot-y.
is a Barbie doll. Well, it's like a trailer park Barbie doll at that too. It's worse. So I don't know. Yeah, I think Thief looks terrible. I don't know anybody likes her. Anyway, that was
It's just a
anecdotal.
grapple, dude.
Side note. Yeah, I guess we can start with Thief. Her kit's it's pretty bad. That visor I think is almost completely and utterly useless. Not really seeing any value to that. It's cool that it can see through
Fuck, I
smokes.
can
That's
see
probably
the
the best part
golds.
of it. I can see the golds.
Yeah.
Laughing. That was the point.
Hack robots too.
I think it's cool that she can see through the smokes, but like you can't see the invisible void in the smokes. Like he's still invisible. So there are like two routes you go with that situation, which is like number one, competent people. You can see the invisible guy, you can kill him. And then number two is
Yeah.
you're incompetent and you can't see the invisible guy, so you can't kill him. So it like kind of doesn't make a big difference. It's definitely something, definitely there. It exists for sure.
It's good. I pull it down every single time I watch the smokes go down, dude.
I like that you can see like the value that are in like the locked boxes. That's like kind of fun. That's like kind of the only
It's
place
fun.
that it has
like a
any
gimmick.
value in, because like if we're opening a key room, we're just gonna loot everything. I don't know, like that's it. I don't know.
Well-
There's like not a lot of utility for using it to see what's in stuff outside of those lock boxes. And like even then, dude, like you're not gonna get anything good out of the lock boxes. So it's kind of like whatever. I don't know.
What if I wanted to like steal the good loot when we get into the locked room before you? So I like pull it down. I know which one the
you
good
run
one's
to
in,
the box
and
that
then I
has
can
the
take it
purple.
and then leave.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you think about that?
You probably aren't going to be allowed to play on my team anymore, I think, when I think about that. I saw a short, like just this morning of Astacross, and one of his friends opens the room, and he gets in there, and he finds a purple shield and a gold backpack, and he just, like, takes them, and then they're all, like, giggling about how he got that out of the other guy's key room, and I was like, wow, like, that's crazy. Like, we'll never operate that way. That'll be unacceptable forever. Just like you're not allowed to loot my kill till I'm done with it, because it's mine. But, okay, so
That is fair.
that pretty much covers the visor. I don't think it does anything else, right? We miss anything? You
I don't know. I never used it.
pull her
We
back
didn't
up
talk about
here.
our grapple, dude.
What? We're
and
just
the
talking about the
drone.
visor right now. Calm down, calm down.
I hacks robots, but you didn't really mention.
Yeah. Nope, that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah. It can hack the robots.
Yeah, it
Wow.
temporarily blinds them.
That is
yeah.
super useful.
You like that?
Yeah, that's about as useful as the drone. So we can talk about the drone next year. sometimes we'll be running through a POI and I'll find robots that are like backing up into a corner with the white face. And that's what happens when you hack them with the thief. And then, like, as the enemy team, I go, oh, there's a thief nearby who ran through here. So that leads us into the drone. The drone is super, super useful, and I hope everyone keeps playing thief because it tells me where the enemy team is and gives me a good location on where the thief is. I have been shot by a thief drone like maybe 4 times. It's like really hard for them to get close enough to shoot me. It's usually when I'm like shooting their teammates is when it hits me. And it zaps me once and I turn around and I shoot it and it's dead. And that's the thief drone gameplay in my personal experience. So I think it's really bad. You like can't really do anything with it. It has the massive light that gives it away, so it's incredibly easy to see. It probably falls in the cheese category. Just the drone, not her. Just the drone. With the assassin and the shotguns. I really love Joe, but I watched that thief drone show up, and it was just it was going to kill him. It does, like, no damage, and it was going to kill him. There was nothing we could have done to shoot that drone.
He got everything out of his backpack, dude.
With low sensitivity on a controller, or if you're a Valorant player... you just can't kill the drone. I think it's invincible, maybe. It might be it might always win. It might not be beatable. So there's definitely like a cheese aspect to it of like if you're playing against incompetent people, it's like free information. But yeah, I mean it's like completely useless. With what it's intended to do with the stealing loot from people's bags. Sort of
where
a
we
deal.
segue into the extra cheese of the claymores on them.
I wouldn't even call that cheese, nor would I call it an exploit. I think that's fine. I think that should probably stay in the game forever so that she has something that's useful in her kit. We've seen a handful of the, remind me what we're calling it, Nezu? It's not Predator Drone. It's, you know what the name is. What's the name of putting the claymores on?
Strat.
There we go, Ukraine Strat.
Nice.
I knew it was something offensive. I just
Nice.
didn't remember if it was like the Israel drone or not. Ukraine Strat.
Jesus.
Yeah, we've seen a handful. I've watched it kill my teammates pretty often. I've also watched them try to run them at me, and you just shoot the drone like you would normally, and then it blows up and it dies. So I have yet to... I did get hit by one, actually. I'm remembering on Outpost. I had a purple shield. They ran in with the 2 claymores, and it broke my shield, and I popped the Panacea kit, and then I killed the thief who did it. So, yeah, I just think it's bad. I don't think it's good in any way, shape, or form. I think there's a very small, maybe a very, very tiny amount of cheese where like you can kill sponsor kits with the claymores. But it's like virtually useless. Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Yeah, my problem with it is if I could be on my drone and like harassing another team, I could be using my gun to kill them most of the time.
Yep, that's pretty depressing
And
as
like,
well.
if I'm not shooting, like, what are we doing?
That was going to be a point that I was going to make after I was done with the 3 clown runners.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll just make it now. None of their abilities affect like combat in any way, shape, or form that's like meaningful. And like that ultimately is one of their biggest downsides is that like when you're in combat, all of them are just like they don't get anything that helps them in combat. It's just shooting. Vandal might be the one argument you can make with like maybe her hand cannon and then her double jump, but we'll get to her. But yeah, like Thief doesn't have anything in combat that's going to help her outside of the grapple, which we also have not quite gone to yet. Anyway, ultimately they're really bad at PvP. Their abilities don't affect PvP. And again,
yeah, they're like a silly little DEI champ, dude. It's just for fun, Chuck. Leave them alone.
Wow, don't take shots at DEI, Zach. We like DEI. We're pro DEI here.
Yeah, dude, we're wishing we had it back looking at the gas prices right now.
Whiz. Okay, and then our last ability is the grapple. Just like really quick, does anybody like remember the shortest they got the cooldown to? I think the shortest I've seen was 26 seconds. Anybody get a thief grapple? Or mostly asking Nezu here. You ever get your thief grapple under 26 seconds with like a full bag and cores and other stuff?
Yeah, if you have cores and max out your tactical ability and have a full bag, you can get it down to 15.
15 seconds, huh?
15
That's
is
pretty
the lowest
good.
I've seen it.
What's the lowest you've gotten it yourself?
What's the lowest I've gotten it?
Yeah, yourself. Because you
That's-
said 15 is the
Yeah,
lowest you've seen.
That's what I've seen.
Oh, okay, so that
Person-
15 is the lowest you've gotten it to yourself. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I can throw it on real quick and we can go have a full bag.
No, I believe you. I believe you. 15 seconds is pretty brutal. Okay. Thief grapple. And then I know that there's like a purple core that gives you like 2, and then I think one of the gold ones gives you 3 that you can have charged up. So you can have quite a few of them, use them pretty often. Which is one of the big things that I see the Vandal kids try to dog on the Thief kids for, is that like you only get the 1 grapple, but there are quite a few things you can do to negate it to the point where you can have it like pretty often. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. So I don't have anything bad to say about the grapple. It's all right. I watch a lot of people try to use it as an engage tool, and it gets them killed super often. I watch a lot of people try to run away with it, gets them killed super often. I watch a few thieves try to like get on top of buildings with it. It's mostly my team. Whenever I watch anyone use it to get on top of a building, they usually just die because like I see this massive character do something that doesn't normally happen in the environment, so it catches my eye, and then I'm watching the building, and then they peek, and then they die because I'm not using a battle rifle. So that's pretty depressing. But yeah, I think it's good. I think the grapple's good. I think that's what makes her be better than Void all by itself. I think the grapple's pretty good. So
I could not have completed that contract without the grapple check. Would have been impossible.
yeah, that was bad.
For me.
Yeah, what do we have, like 4 fails even with the grapple? So I don't even
It's
know
like
what.
3, okay.
I actually wonder.
on.
So maybe that can be our segue. Vandal would have just straight up been better for
I
you
could
there.
have done it with glitch. Yeah. Destroyer would have been fine if I was on top of the roof and thrusted over.
Wait, who's glitch?
What else?
Who's glitch? He says.
Yeah, nice. Nice. That a boy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chuck kept doing it to me, so it's an obligation to do it to you.
I'm always gonna call them their like original names in game. One time I said Ox a couple of days ago, and Nizu started making fun of me mid-raid because I called the triage Ox. It's pretty sad.
That's really confusing. They like pulled the rug out from us after they named them all. Okay.
Even worse for the Void, right? Because he's got 3 names: Void, Stealth, and Assassin, and then everybody else has 2 names. You're gonna hear me say stealth, and nobody's gonna know what that is. The old players, the new players, nobody knows what stealth is because it only existed for like 3 months.
But, a rook? You're talking about a rook?
Is that the rook? The Vandal kit. I think she's okay. Unironically, I think she's okay. It's like not terrible. Her hand cannon is pretty buns. I wish that it like didn't suck. Like, I wish it did more damage. I wish it was, like, frag grenade damage good. Maybe frag grenade would be a bit too much. But I wish it, like, did some real damage. Instead, I get shot by that, and I go, oh, there's a glitch. And then we all keep moving on with our lives because it didn't, like, do enough damage that I have to, like, heal or anything. So that's pretty sad. It's got some knockback. So there, like, might be a bit of mastery there, which is, like, something. But overall, it's just pretty bad, really.
You get the core where it doesn't do damage to you, and then you use it to jump on top of roofs, man. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. You can use it to fly higher up. Yeah, that's true. And then you've got your double jump to negate your fall damage. It's pretty good. There are definitely a handful of areas that I've seen the glitches get to that nobody else could get to. Just because it's either too much vertical height or, like, maybe Thief could, but it would take you, like, multiple tries to get there, right? Because you have momentum with your grapple, and, like, you're going to go over a lot of things, or you're, like, not going to be able to vault it. But, yeah, there are definitely a couple she can get to. At the very least, we'll say it's, like, much faster than the other 2 characters that have movement abilities. So there's definitely like a handful of things you can do with that. But overall, it's like pretty much useless. You just have a fall damage negator, which is like kind of whatever. The slide's like
I'll take it.
Slide's completely and utterly useless. Really wish this wasn't part of her kit. Really wish they came up with something more creative. I see this and I think about Han Solo from Battlefront.
Shoulder bash.
Yeah, exactly. The
Shoulder
shoulder bash.
bash.
I'm like, wow, like we really couldn't come up with
Yeah,
like
nice.
anything else, huh? Like that's really depressing. So I think that's pretty terrible. That covers those three. And then her ultimate is ultimately what sets her above the other two clown characters of Assassin and Thief. Because she does have more movement, right? The only character in the game that she doesn't have more movement than is Destroyer. But with her ulti, she's definitely the movement shell, and she beats everybody but that Destroyer. So there's definitely some value to be had in her ultimate there, for sure. And I do think that alone beats the Thief grapple, and then I mean everything else in Thief gets pretty dog shiz. So, yeah, I think that's my reasoning for her being above the Thief. Seems
I like that you
pretty
can
reasonable.
overheat and then push your ultimate, and it like almost instantly clears it, and then you can run some more.
Yeah, definitely. That is
It's
definitely
cool.
something. It's like a free 2 or 3 cardio kicks. So
Yeah,
definitely not
yeah,
terrible.
free cardio kick. Yeah, nice.
Definitely not terrible. It's okay. She's all right. She's fine. But yeah, ultimately these three have nothing that will affect your team, help your team. You have nothing that's going to give you an edge in a gunfight. You have nothing that's going to help you in PvP against competent people. And that's why I think they're worse than the other three here. I'm like really close to putting Triage like here, but well, he'd be above the Vandal. But I think just because of like unfortunately, realistically, we have to look at it as like plebs are going to be playing the game, and
somebody's gonna die, Chuck.
yeah, well, and it's also unreasonable to think that everybody's going to play perfect all the time, and like that gives that insta risk quite a bit of like presence, I think. So I think he's earned it. I think he's earned the A slot. But
bit of forgiveness.
I think that's probably where that
Merciful.
lands. Yeah. But that's it. I think that's the runner shell tier list. We did it.
Oh.
Woo.